Hello, everybody on SpeedGaming 2. It's me, Aussie101, bringing you more map rando. Eddie says he's ready, but he's still on the intro screen. Using the tech that I told him about back almost a year ago. We're nearing the map rando anniversary, actually. It was sometime in December. Or I told him to idle on the title screen to show off that it has the four quadrants all randomized. The race isn't quite off yet, so stalling a little bit. But here we have Eddie and CMO, who were facing off in that anniversary race. I feel like since then, CMO died down a bit from not playing, but recently with Season 2 of Rando, that is Season 2 on the race time leaderboard, CMO's become really strong again. Eddie's always been consistently strong, just from playing a lot. So it should be a good race. We're expecting to see Eddie play real fast, like execute good. And then CMO is expected to route really good. Okay, there. We're starting the race. That means I can focus on chat now. Yay. So how is everyone? You all excited? Should be a quick night. I kind of alternate between who I pick. Like pairings that are expected to finish at the top and some who are expected to be in the middle. But overall, everyone's getting faster in the race rooms. I should note that there are 28 entrants in the race. So we just have Eddie and Simo here, but 28 people have joined. It's big old free-for-all. We are playing Hard Tricky Random Start. So first thing you're going to notice is Random Start. That means random room and random region. And you need to just check random doors. Kind of how you play it. Okay, they're off. Eddie a little bit behind. And it looks like that's just a stream sync issue. Directly next to the map. That's going to make it harder to sync the streams because I have to pay attention. Nice lava dive. I didn't see what you're supposed to do in that split second, other than go up. Going into C. Yeah, you can't do anything up, so you have to go left. So mini crate was up and right a bit, but you need a weapon to kill the pirates. And then above that was Green Hills, and you need a missile to gate glitch. So let us first try and fix this sync. What does that look like? 9-ish? 8.5? I'll give it 8.5. So Simo was really quick on the read. Eddie pretty fast too. There we go. We're all synced up. I think 8.5 looked pretty good. But now, they did get that map right away. Nice morph ball. In this room, you need to check the other item with morph ball. The missile location, which are power bombs here, is in logic with just morph because you need to know that I gotta track too. That the crumble blocks don't come back. So that's something that trips up a lot of people. Is the crumble blocks don't come back. So that's gonna be in the high jump tank room, in big pink, and in blue Brinstar E-tank room. Yeah, a lot of people aren't aware of that. There's the GT item. It's really costly to go for that and not get it. So that's why Simo turned around. It'd still be helpful to have more power bombs right now. So I think if it was trivial to get them, then they would have. But there's a chance of failing the crumble jump. We are playing tricky settings, and that means if you can get something that looks like progression, then you want to do it. Right now, you go through mini crate to get to the beta powerbomb room, and that will be a major. And it's also like specifically powerbomb locked. Okay, it's actually really useful tech right now. That's a pretty fast mini crate kill. But you can powerbomb kill mini crate, but it's really weird how it works. For the powerbomb to hit, you have to take damage from something and be walking left as the powerbomb is hitting mini crate. It's the most random thing. But it would instantly kill the enemy. So that's why I mention it, because it would speed it up a little bit. I got a nice E-tank here in the... It's the pre-Norfair reserve room. So that's gonna be a nice pickup. The rocks that Mini Craze does do about 20. So you gotta be a little careful around those. It seems like Power Beam is just good enough. But it gave me a reason to talk about it, and that's all that matters. Power Bomb only works if you're taking damage and moving left. Speed on both of them. I pressed the wrong button. I like how the tracker works. You press the button and it updates instantly. It feels good. The difference between the two racers is Eddie explored more in Art Ship, which was criteria. So Eddie has a bit more information of criteria. And that's why Simo's a few rooms ahead. We're playing on hard difficulty. I was thinking about running like different settings race, and I was gonna put on for the end of the month. Oh, we got it. Simo got the crate kill. Nice. So yeah, you have to take damage and be moving left. When the power bomb goes off. I wrote in the monthly race because in the Map Rando community we do a monthly speedrun seed now, and that is just a seed where it's generated. You get to look at the spoiler log, and people run it over and over to get the fastest time, like a normal speedrun. So that's what I've listed on the schedule. I don't know that it's actually too popular of a thing to practice right now. I don't know about that. But it could be an interesting race. Eddie was working on it today. Actually took the new fastest time from me. We got speed booster in the seed. That means we're looking for uses of speed. That is not going to be behind this gate into chronic boost. But could pick up something. We get a new zone. It looks like wreck ship by the color. All the mini-maps have a color on them. Oh, nice sea tank. Too bad they didn't just go through that door earlier. So wreck ship is yellow. Criteria is purple. Simo is soft locked right now. The way back would be through the gate in Chronic Boost Room. And they don't have any missiles. Very likely to have missiles right here. Because these items are just going to be filler. The filler pool is going to be missiles, supers, power bombs, E-tanks, reserve tanks, any kind of beam, and X-ray. So those items can be anywhere at all. And then... So Ice Beam is a beam, that makes it filler. And I see him doing some stutter charge. You don't need to do it here, but it's really handy if you know how to do it. If you're getting a Shine Spark, it'd be to go to the top left. So everything that's not those items is a major, first off, and likely progression. Interesting, interesting. So this can lead to the map. That'd be pretty useful. The wreck ship map. It's one room away. You can do it. Yeah, this is a map for SEMO. So good intel. Gonna reset out. Most likely. We have an X right there. I actually can keep the items. So it's pretty useful. Using that missile was really bad, but the planet is on, so it's not as punishing as it could have been. Looking for supers here. I don't know that you even keep power bombs. It depends how much you want the E-tank. Yeah, just gonna reset that back. It saves a lot of time not running back. So SEMO has full wreck ship information, and there's nothing there. So that's handy. We probably see Eddie go there later. Ice Beam, yes. So when you see Ice Beam, you'll want to come to this room. Okay, there's a little bit of controversial tech. Eddie just showed us. This is in logic with just ice and morph, because if you know what you're doing, you can do a little morph turnaround, a little morph movement, and jumping up with a crouch jump isn't hard. It's newly in hard logic, the current release. And getting a gravity suit. The way the little morph movement thing works is that when you're moving underwater as a morph ball, you can, like, all your actions are going to be really slow. So you can hold forward for multiple frames without moving a pixel. And also when you turn around, you're not going to be moving a pixel. So it's not hard to line up on the correct pixel. Plus you align with the wall above to normalize it. But it just makes... it just creates something new that you have to learn that wasn't there before. Because in map rando logic, things are being figured out all the time. You have top scientists, top Super Metroid researchers figuring out these tricks. And they get tested and put into logic. In previous builds, this was how you do it. how SEMA's doing it. But the logic requires a way back, and that's where we come up where you need to do the funny morph movement. And we're really hoping that SEMA doesn't turn around right here. Or is this a pink door? This looks like a colored door on their map. So that's very painful. They had to have had ice, but they'll reset it. I'm doing a great job tracking. I caught that reset before it happened. This is a one-way on Eddie's side. See if he soft locks. No. That makes that an out-of-logic super pack. But supers are filler, so they can be anywhere. Yeah, SEMA had to go back and get a missile pack for the door. But they do know the logic, and so they're just going to go right back to that door. When you get Ice Beam, you go directly to that room, if you know that's available. But Eddie, taking a pretty sizable lead. The edge that SEMA has is they know about Wreck Ship. But for the time being, that's not important. Or kind of minor. Maybe that's a better way to put it. Anyway, for now we have Eddie. Hang over to this major that was on the right side of Torian. Oh. Maybe SEMA doesn't know the tech. Just happened to get it before. We have to ask. That's like the big focus of this whole seed, really. Is killing mini Kraid with the power bomb. Eddie's routing here doesn't seem optimal. I don't know if that's true or not. But stopping to get the higher up major and then taking the longer trip down. The thought could have been to see if it was Varia and then leave. But I kind of think you come down for the other major anyway. Plasma's pretty good. When we have top runners on, it's my job to criticize them. Because everything they do is going to look super great. There we go. So as I said like 3 times now, SEMA knows the logic of the Batoon hallway, the pre-Batoon room, is hard difficulty is going to expect the ice clip, and it's going to put progression behind a hard level trick. So you're actively looking to do the hard tricks. But that is only like hard difficulty level tricks. Map Rando has a lot of customization to it. A lot of potential logic tricks. And we're just looking at hard. So it's not going to be anything crazy. The Metroid Ice Clip's probably one of the harder things in hard logic. But it'll be things like, I don't know. IBJs are in hard, I think. Midair Shine Sparks. There's a list of things on the map rando page. We have logic pages. And it's just not even a table. It's just a section on the right side of the logic page. Tell you what's expected. If you click on any of those, then it'll give you a little preview of how it's done, example. And something that we've been working on the past, I don't know, few months, is adding video clips of a lot of the strats. So we've had a couple of the community members creating videos and attaching to strats. The logic pages have like strats, how to get between points in a room. And now there'll be a clip on them. And I think they focus on the more interesting ones first. But it's set up so you should be able to learn how to do anything. And then the spoiler log would tell you what's expected. So, you know, you follow the spoiler log, go to the logic page, there you go. So what's happening here? Area map is very far bottom left. Neither of them have it. Plasma's a pretty good item. Grapple's not too useful. Grapple's only useful for Pants Room and a Dragon Kill. We're into Brinstar. Looks like they're both into Brinstar. Eddie gonna be up Plasma. So that would be the right side Torian items. Grapple and Plasma. Also a super pack, that's probably the bigger deal. Simo really needs a super pack. Eddie, really good at the short charges. That one will give me a lot of trouble. So we've seen before in streamed races that you can get really punished by not having a super pack. And races can just look one-sided off of that. And it's not great that that can happen, but it's really just random because supers can be anywhere. Yeah, Grapple doesn't have a tracker button. For the tracker, we're reusing what has been used by Super Metroid Randomizer in the past. By the other tournaments and such that have been put on through SpeedGaming. Just swiped it. And to keep it compact, it didn't include Grapple or X-Ray. A lot of personal trackers also have like ammo counts and E-tank counts, but we're not gonna be clicking the button every time for those either. That's all things that you can see at the top of the screen. I'm sensing they're both pretty lost, or don't have a great idea of where to go. But Simo's definitely in more trouble. Just not having that super pack. In this situation, saves are really nice. Both of them are right next to pretty big heated rooms. So you want to take a save before going down a heated room. Kind of interesting that they went to different areas off of Climb. But either way, it's blind exploring this Brinstar. Oh, that's what happened, right? Eddie got a super pack and then went to Spazer. Went to the right side of the caterpillar room through a super gate. And that's how he got to grapple and plasma. And then Simo just didn't have that option. But did have an accessible X somewhere, which is that super. I can't understand Eddie's thinking. Unequipping Spazer, but not unequipping Ice. It was a free action to take off Ice. Is this a super pack? It is an X, I remember that part. There we go. Simo gets a super. Eddie fumbling. I don't even know if that power bomb is good. Like, Plasma's pretty strong. But either way, it has just enough health. Oh no, more heat. Alive. But dead. Need to go up. Yeah, too many heater rooms in a row. It's possible that if he played the Mickey Mouse room better, he could survive that. And then the map was right there. So potentially a big time loss from mistakes, but also completely understandable to take a death. Mickey Mouse is a difficult room. And if he believes, then may be going back. Or just going back for Spazer. Oh, left Spazer behind. It looks like Simo is taking the super pack back to get the two majors. So this is going to really show us the gap between them. Eddie's not in a position to go to Wreck Ship. Might make the decision to later. But right now it looks like Wreck Ship is completely skippable. I'm gonna save again after getting the E-Tank. Pretty slow doing all this. Going up. Oh, farming. So this is another run for the map. These enemies, these rippers, are terrible to farm. Not recommend. A Terminator is right here on the left, though. That's pretty solid farm. Actually getting power bombs off the waivers. So if you do Mickey Mouse perfectly, you can do it on one tank and full health. Like, if you're perfect at it. And play pretty aggressively. Gotta remember the super. Health drops would be really helpful, but like pretty comfortably getting to the map. And what do we learn? Mother Brain, Norfair, Major. Probably reachable. It's hard for anything not to be reachable right now. Actually, I say that, and to get over there, you have to go through double chamber into the past pillars. Or Lornar for pillars, I guess it's called. So logically, that wouldn't be expected with these items, but you could do it with a Shine Spark kind of easily. It's about how much you weigh the value of that major. Oh, you did it. You turned off ice. It's gonna be so much faster now. You don't have to stop for every pirate that you want to pass through. Okay, so Seema's back in Torian. Gonna get the save. And it just feels like 10 minutes behind. We'll see for sure, though. Like, Seema does have a lot of Brinstar map filled in. It's not, like, fully behind. But Eddie definitely ahead. Has that Brinstar map. I got 2 more E-tanks is the other difference. That tends to help a lot. When you get multiple E-tanks, then it feels like seeds start expecting you to do long heat runs. Can get this map. Yeah, can get the map and back up. That is possible with this health. Plasma is gonna make it a little bit faster. Now it's really dangerous. Somehow it didn't get hit. But you want to do the top of the room quickly, and then it's completely safe to do the rest. Crate, Sandpit, Mama Turtle, whatever the room that is, top left. You get the Crade Major. The setup Eddie's doing, it's really good to know. But it's pretty precise. So I wouldn't call it something that you want to focus on anytime soon. But it's really handy for exiting out the top of these stairs. And then definitely not in hard logic. That is, I think it's expert. Getting up that way. With these items, it would expect you to take a hit from the bottom key hunter and then kill the 2 in the middle slowly with these items. And that is getting from the map station to the top of the room. They both in the same room. There. What was that wave? Yeah. So Seema doesn't have the health to survive the trip to the map, which is kind of bad. So they really want to see a save room anywhere. And the ship is right there to the left. So that seems likely that they find the ship, then go back. Unless they go up here. Unless this happens. At this point, the map is too open to follow logic. So you are rushing maps and then trying to kill bosses, complete objectives. There's a little bit of logic still happening, mostly based around E-tanks and Varia. But the race mindset is to just get the minimum and finish the game. Okay, so Simo runs into Kraid, and then right after that is Speed Hallway. So we don't know if they'll continue up that way, or if they will even go down the sand pit. It's not really obvious that there's an item there. I think you can tell by the map layout. But on one tank, not even full. Yeah, not going to continue. So Eddie's going to make the trip to the item. Oh, Simo is getting the sandpit major, so this could be good. What do we have here? Charge beam and high jump. Nice finds. Gonna give us the turnaround angle cancel. So high jump, charge. That is full beam. We're doing the maximum damage that a beam can do. And they should go left. Probably refill. And then go left. Get the ship save, and then go back for the map. Then we're going to have Eddie at the major here. The other major is Spring Ball. Much less useful. Okay, so Simo sacks for map. And then... So the thing is, Varia is super valuable without any E-tanks. Other than another major here, even. What is it, Eddie? Oh, I don't just fall and die. You gotta show us. Screw attack. Oh, and then left of ship is another major. Okay. From what I saw, it was the higher door. So what's happening here? We're dodging the major. Oh, that's a lot of E-tanks. Yeah, that's really nice. Reserve. So the hollow dots are going to be E-tanks and reserve tanks. Simo, like, desperately needs health. So it came over here. Good choice. Eddie would still really appreciate E-tanks. Health tanks. I should track crew attack since you decided to keep that. Wasn't sure if you would. Yeah. Kraid dead. So they're close to tied here. Eddie has Brinstar map. Simo has Wreck Ship map. As long as Simo skips Spring Ball and Screw Attack, then the race is really close to tied. And that's Morph Bombs. Yeah, actually. Gonna reset that. No Morph Bombs. So that's how far apart they are. It's the trick to get those two majors. But again, Varia is very powerful. I don't know that Simo saw Spazer. I feel like they didn't. Because there's an E-tank there, and they were short on E-tanks. Yeah, that was in Brinstar. Okay, so unfortunately they are going to go for the two majors over here. And that's quite a ways. The seed hasn't been giving out E-tanks is the problem. Like, they're both good enough to skip various suit, but you need E-tanks to do that. And at this stage in the race, 37 minutes in, give a follow to Eddie and Simo. Twitch.tv/Eddie, Twitch.tv/Simo Rocks. You're just looking for Ridley to kill them as soon as you run into them. So you want to be able to kill Ridley as soon as you find them. And that means you get the likely various suit now, so you can do that. Otherwise, you find the boss and you're in an awkward situation. Plus, to even do that, you have to go through a big hell run. The key stairs. Some Meridia action here. Eddie showing that if you have screw attack, you can dance around and not take damage while in screw attack. Simo's resetting this. Just has to run to screw attack, then reset that. Okay, so we're in Meridia. Oh, keeping it. Okay, never mind. Your attack is pretty good. In the Lower Norfair rooms. Like all the bomb blocks that are in heated rooms, you're gonna be saving health with screw attack. So there's a lot of good uses for it. It's gonna skip Spore Spawn because you can always reach the right side from another path. Sometimes there's crumbles on that path, but usually not. I was looking at the real Metroids, where if they're latched on and you're in screw attack, or pseudo screw, I think, then you don't take damage. One more major. Major count says X-ray, space jump, and various suit are left. If you have Metroids on you, then you don't take damage until their tick counter ticks. So Eddie going for the major. It seems like they're really not comfortable with this amount of E-tanks, like both of them. But it kind of looks like the Riddler region is going to have every E-tank. So maybe you can get away with skipping Varia. But that's a Varia find. Yeah, they're both playing for every major. I think we can say that. Now that it's in full go mode, they're going to stop picking up majors. But they've both been very thorough with majors. Just the value of area was really high this seed compared to other seeds. So Eddie has Wreck Ship and where? Warfare? Okay, he just spotted Wreck Ship. So his team is going to get a bit of time back off of that. I didn't see any bosses there. We know where Mother Brain is. I forget where exactly. Not actually important. Team are going to do the same thing. With this beam, it would be a one-shot kill on Spore Spawn. So not really that long of a fight. And it would come out, like, it would appear to come out a little closer to the map. Simo. Ah, that was a Fantoon check. Got it. If you weren't aware, we're looking for Fantoon. And it is always going to be connected to the room, connected to the map. I feel like if you're min-maxing, you'd reset to ship here instead of getting Varia. And just trust that Norfair has enough E-tanks. And then it looked to me like Eddie was going to wreck ship next. Seema's gonna get Varia right here. So gonna be caught up on that. Varia. And then Seema has the wreck ship knowledge and is gonna be going directly to the next area. Probably Brinstar. And I don't recall what the story is with Brinstar. But it doesn't have the map yet, and gonna have a much easier time getting to the map. That's a nice save from Eddie. So we're gonna go to wreck ship. The map is kind of far, so the save is just gonna save a good chunk of time with the reset. Missing 3 bosses, you would definitely expect to find one down here. So that'd be reason not to take the save, because the odds say that it's very likely that you're not going to use the save, but it was right there, just one room over. And then Simo just... I think Brinstar connects to Norfair even. So it's just what you do. That means it's going to be closer to the final path. But this reset's going to help a lot. Simo also reset out earlier. I didn't really spend too much time down here. Had a bit of an easier, better path even. But that was a while ago. We're now 45 minutes in. Again, this is a 28-person race. The Super Metroid Map Randomizer Community Weekly Race. Every Wednesday and Saturday. Where we race Herd Tricky Seeds. We're playing the Season 2 settings. So if you're following along with the tournament, the settings are a little different. Mainly in that we have random start. And also map randomizer patches were on hold during the tournament. So there's been a couple logic changes, a couple quality of life features that have been added since then. So Sumo giving us the reverse spark through Croc Speedway. Has plenty of health for this. It's actually extremely bad to stop on top of the bridge, though. The crumble bridge. You get blasted by a pirate, and then you fall in the spikes, and you're trapped. And you might have to take multiple spike hits. Unfortunately, held on to that Shine Spark. But this is way faster getting to the map. Green doors cannot be bosses. So that was a little mistake there. Was still checking for Fantoon. But the top door is a right side door, so that was wrong too. Yeah, just a mistake. But you can see that they're like right on top of each other now. Same information, same items. So extremely close race, somehow. All because Simo skipped Spazer. I think that's what we can attribute it to, the Spazer skip. Eddie picked up Spazer, dropped it, and then went back for it again. Even without getting it. But that was a lot of time spent. Oh, we have a split Norfair even. That's funny. Diabolical. Simo losing a bit of time. Ian Brinstar still. So on the one hand, really close race. We're this late in, 48 minutes. Same place, same items, same stuff. Cool that we got here. But Eddie, a little bit in the lead, has the movement advantage. And we're about to have full world information. So it's hard to come up with a better route when you know everything. Right now we're trying to figure out who can blind check better. There's still a chance, though. That was a dead end for Eddie. These dang gate glitches. It makes it through. They can come up anywhere, and you have to be really good at them. They're very finicky. This is maybe one room behind. You just have to know that it's the bottom door. Oh, nice shortcut. You take the fight. So yeah, Simo saved time. Pretty significant amount of time. Coming over here. And also is gonna know to go directly down for the boss. Not behind the colored door. So this is how far apart we are. Just the Phantoon spawn in animation. Wow. They have full beam, so it should be a 2-round for both of them. Eddie's gonna be better at the Doppler 2-round, but with full beam, you just have to do 2 charge shots and then an easy number of missiles. So, I mean, if we did have better Phantoon luck, Phantoon RG for Simo, could have caught up here. And yes, exact damage. That's Phantoon for both. One death animation apart. But Simo routing to the map so much faster was their expected advantage in the race. So I feel like Eddie just needs to not make mistakes. And he should be able to hold the lead. We saw Ridley and Raygon. They're in the center in Norfair. Oh! Eddie has to kill Batoon. Look at that. Simo's ahead. I don't know how it happened. Looked so far behind. After not having supers. 6 Shine Spark. Probably saving time. Yeah, Eddie bonked. So gonna save time in Bubble Mountain. Doesn't have to pause. That could be a big deal. Like pausing less. It's at least 2 seconds every time you pause. Gonna stop for an extra reserve tank. Can't blame them. Simo normally plays fairly risky, but finishing the game on three tanks just isn't safe. And I guess we'll see how the Ridley fights go next. Have a Ridley off. Yeah, we're gonna see them one Ridley fade in animation apart. Eddie is expected to be more practiced at this, but I'm not seeing Simo make mistakes, so that's really good. Super Cat's very similar. Supers would speed up the fight a little bit, but excellent fight from Simo. And then Eddie just a little bit faster. Got to save a cycle by switching to supers. So yeah, wow. Very clean from both of them, and yet Eddie made up a few seconds there. Next we have Dragon. What do we have to say about Dragon? So Dragon, with full beam, you can do the fight as quick as you can with grapple. So I tend to prefer the beam fight with these items. If you want to do a Shine Spark opener, a Shine Spark does a third of her health. So Shine Spark plus Beam Shot opener is very strong. That was not a great Shine Spark, but did get the Beam Shot in. Nice double hit too, wow. Apparently, I mean, that kind of looked like a setup for another double hit. So that's actually really interesting with how Simo did it. Now I just wasn't watching Eddie. I don't need to see Eddie. See if there's a good use for that spike suit. Nice. Technically, it's usually a time loss in randomizer to get a spike suit off of Dragon. But everyone's gonna do it because it's swag. Simo got impressive. I don't know what the bouncing was about. But yeah, still ahead. Simo playing really well. Holding this league. And then Mother Brain is here. Okay, just follow the green. They're both taking the same map. So no time lost or gained there. Eddie's gonna moonfall that. Gain a second off of that. Eddie has more supers. That's about 2 seconds worth of supers. I had to think about it for a bit. He also shut off his timer. Simo missed the jump. That's his second loss. Eddie taking top route, that was a bit of a time loss, technically. Farming? Farming is really bad. Farming is how Eddie wins. That seemed like it was for health. Oh no. Just those few seconds. Yeah, super-wise, it looks like Eddie's gonna gain 2 seconds. Because supers do double damage in map rando, and that means more than full beam. But like, So was that like 3 seconds, 3 or 4 seconds apart here? Which is crazy. But also means it can go either way. We have seen that Simo's been following the map a little bit better. Not using supers. Simo, please. I don't know. Got 35. Is that 7 seconds? We'll see how it goes. A minute 20. I think this will be tough for Simo. But this is a room where anything could happen. Double chamber. Look at that. Falling there loses like 3 seconds. So we'll see if Simo can do it better. Missed. No, also fell. Very hard. So fairly similar, both of them. Pausing. Just a little under 2 seconds lost. Don't really have to go too far though. We'll see if Simo needs to pause. Or maybe they go the wrong way. Okay, that's worse. Longer pause and went the wrong way. Oh no. This might be it. Oh, Eddie taking the last minute pause here. Like 2 rooms from the ship, taking another pause. But he's in the lead, so he can get away with that. But it looks like this will be it for Eddie. Lots of time left on the clock. Only took a minute to get here. And GG to blue team. Simo took another wrong turn. And then also Sandpit's slower. Simo's gonna fail the escape. This is the 3rd wrong turn. That's what we're watching right now, is if they fail the escape. You need 4.5 seconds to get from the top right door to the ship. So they need to fall off correctly. No! Really close. But too many wrong turns. Okay. Not the deciding factor. But those wrong turns were an issue. So if you haven't heard, the escape timer, it's a dynamic timer. So it calculates how long it expects you to take and gives you a timer for that. And that means there should be plenty of extra time if you're just playing normally. But you can't make multiple mistakes in the escape, or you get a little bit punished. And then failing escape is going to be minutes lost. So we're going to have to keep an eye on the race room to see if this costs placements. Maybe I could bring that up. Maybe look at it. Why would you look at that? Eddie, first place, 59.19. Simo, second place, 101.45. Perhaps some quality Super Metroid runners on the restream tonight. Race room of 28 We still have Oats, Biffy, Nebdy, Lynx, Path, Andy, Sponge, Bambi, Steph, Tilmorph. This is my other account. Someone from her, Nis, Shadow, RJ. 28 of them. Still going. Only 1 and 2 are done. Oh yeah. Shout out to CMOS 101. Don't we normally have background music going? So quiet. Hi, Eddie.
All right, Aussie.
GG.
GG.
Yeah. I hear that you're aware that we had a close race.
I am aware. I was told right away after I finished.
Yeah.
Well, the first thing I was told was oh, well, look who's here first. GG Simo.
Thank you, GG Eddie.
Mm-hmm.
So we were talking about how it's a close race, and let's start with why the finish times aren't close. What happened in that escape, Simo?
I just misremembered it several times, and I even looked at the map, and I was like, "Oh, I got to go down," and then left, and then it was just wrong. And I was in like Coliseum, and then I went into Crate, and I still almost made it. But
Yeah. So here's how close it was. At the start of the escape, you were 7 seconds apart.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, actually, Eddie took the lead when Simo was farming the Kago one room before Mother Brain.
yeah, with
we're on 3 tanks.
I was on 2+2. I just wanted to fill it up.
Okay, yeah, I was on 4, I think. I think something like that. So my health was good.
Yeah,
Did
you
you
didn't
also
have the time
end
to
up
farm.
going down to get like the criteria majors and like Varia and stuff? I assume.
I got like everything. Yeah.
Yeah, same.
I went up first. I think okay, I'm not gonna lie, I was laughing. I don't know if you had the race time open, Simo, but everyone was like
everybody's
miserable.
shambling, and we're like,
and I'm like about
I'm
to
like
finish.
finishing the game. Yeah.
I was like, oh man.
You know, I was secretly hoping to see you start complaining there. No.
Yeah, so I you know what, Aussie, you made some good picks today because everyone else in the race room this is one of the biggest races we've had in a while, and everyone is struggling apparently. I'm gonna guess maybe people struggled with some of the supers because there was some tight hell runs you have to commit to. Yeah, but I did those like after I kind of exhausted the other options because there weren't too many saves either. I'm gonna guess logical supers were wreck ship. Probably bowling is my guess, but I'm assuming that you got the illogical ones through the wave gate, Sibo. I'm not sure if you got them that way.
No, I actually didn't get those ones.
Okay.
I like got those power bombs. I was like, oh, all right. Well, I'm just gonna turn around and continue going because like I didn't have a save like super recently, I think, so I didn't really want to do that.
I already had like 15 power bombs, and then I had the save at the juncture because at a business center there is the save, and that's where you choose to go up the elevator and check to see if those are supers. Because I didn't really care for another 5 power bombs, I was like, well, I might try to get lucky on spiking the logical super, and those were supers at
I think I got my supers out of bowling. That's probably the logical one.
Bowling should have been logical, which are not. Someone said they were having trouble finding supers, so
they weren't easy to find. It was just a random blind check somewhere, and that always sucks compared to like the X that you know is there. But I was just trying to follow gravity at the time. So I wasn't as worried about supers. That it was gonna break logic.
I can't remember everything that happened. I just know we went up climb at some point. I think we didn't find too much. We found like Spazer. Did you sack for the map? Because I sacked for the map. I actually died in the process of getting it, and then I did it again because I got pretty close. And I'm like, I can get this map.
For which map?
You have to go through Mickey Mouse. You have to go through Mickey Mouse.
Map.
Yeah.
Simo didn't actually go that way.
Oh, you never went there.
Spark.
Yeah, I charged a spark in bowling because it's off.
Oh. I thought about doing that, but I thought I was gonna die.
Well, I had
it would have been
Varia
fine.
when I got that map, so it's
Oh, you
different.
had Varia. Okay, I didn't have Varia at that
Yeah,
time.
I had committed to like doing criteria, cleaning out
I
criteria before
see.
Bryn.
Okay, yeah, I did Bryn, and then I went down to criteria, and then cleaned it up and finished at the bottom.
Well,
So I knew where
I
Mother
knew
Brain was
like
at least.
Bryn was gonna connect to Norfair, and it was gonna be a lot of stuff, so I wanted to get criteria out of the way.
I thought I was gonna be in trouble because I actually did wreck ship on the way back up to Norfair. So I was like, I just did everything, and I felt kind of
wreck ship pretty early. Like I blinded into it, and then I found missiles in an E-tank, and then I reset that, and then I found the ice beam. This was really early game.
Yeah.
So I immediately turned around with the ice beam.
Yep.
And got locked by the missile door.
Yeah, I felt good. I actually had like 3 missiles entering. So I like thought about it. I tried to figure out where I could farm another pack of missiles, and then I realized I could just kill the actual Metroids that weren't the Metroid. So when I actually got my 2 more missiles, I felt really good knowing that that was a pink door. It made me feel like, oh gosh, I dodged a bullet here. I'm interested. It looks like we kind of diverged off the beginning, and then we ended up like really close.
Yeah, you did.
That's kind of interesting.
It looked on the restream like Eddie was way ahead, having found the early supers and Simo like super hunting for a long time, and then after that backtracking for the Korean majors that Eddie had already. But then
Varia looks like it was
played Criteria better. I think it was you diving for the Brinstar map that cost you a lot of time.
Yes. Actually. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's just because I died at the very end of the map acquisition, and then I had to do it again.
That's rough.
Yeah.
But in Criteria, Simo caught up, and then like really caught up when you had to do wreck ship later, which they'd already done.
Yeah, I had turned to go towards the wrecked ship, and then I remembered I had already done it.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, wrecked ship. I didn't go over there because it wasn't filled out on the map.
Yeah,
and then
then
I remembered what it was. Yeah.
Yeah. Huh. So I think the early Mother Brain information did help, but yeah, it looks like you getting to do Rinstart stuff without having suitless troubles. I had to like save and stuff because I didn't want to like lose my progress. So I like found a save that was kind of out of the way, and then I had to take it again because I didn't want to die doing Mickey Mouse, knowing that I was gonna die for the map. So I had to like I saw Mickey Mouse, and I'm like I'm gonna actually like go to the save. Yeah, it was kind of bad because I basically had to reacquire the single E-tank that was next to Spazer like twice because I needed that E-tank to get there, whereas you probably already had Varia, so it wasn't an issue. So yeah, that Bryn was really slow for me because I thought I needed that tank. Yeah, I was too scared to go through pre-cathedral early. It was just a little dangerous.
I had put that off too until later when my options were go to Bryn or go into pre-cathedral. Like those were my 2 options, and I went into pre-cathedral.
But yeah, otherwise, I mean, I guess we just got like everything in the game after some time, so we were like fully loaded, and I had like 20 supers on top of like all my loot, so that was pretty sick. Yeah, after we got all the majors and stuff, it felt fairly straightforward, but yeah,
actually, the Norfair section on the restream, the 1v1, Norfair was really interesting to watch.
Really,
even though it was mostly straightforward.
Did we take different doors or something?
Yeah, like Simo went directly to the map through Bachan.
Backwards.
Made up a ton of time. Then passed you there.
Okay, so Simo took another Bubble Mountain door, if I remember correctly.
That's one of the lower doors.
That's nice. That's nice. Yeah. Okay.
And then you both just played really cleanly, and Simo was able to hold just a little bit of a lead, like all the way up until Mother Brain's room.
Got it. Huh. Good race then. That's good.
Yeah.
That's my.
I'm looking forward to watching it back. I always like to see that.
Same. That's my fellow Chicago bully partner, Simo.
And Eddie's gonna make a YouTube short out of him passing me or something.
Yep.
Being in shambles.
Yeah, it's been great having you here. Thanks for participating in our SpeedGaming restream. And I don't know. If you have anything you want to say, just say goodbye.
No, but that's pretty much it. Aussie, thanks for doing the comps. Appreciate you as always. I hope to see some different kinds of modes and stuff for these weeklies. That's going to be really fun. But for now, even just these hard trickies are always a lot of fun. Oh, you did the tracking too. We got power common tracker Aussie here. But yeah, thanks for hosting this as usual. And
I did
GG
write
Simo.
in the was it the last weekly of the month as the monthly community seed race for the restream.
Oh,
so
okay.
We try and do that.
Got it.
Yeah. GG's again, Eddie. And thanks, Aussie, for the comms and the tracking. And just, you do a lot for the Map Rando weeklies. I appreciate that.
Sure. And yeah, once again, thanks both of you. You can give all of us follows with handy bot commands for that. Eddie, Simo Rocks, Aussie 101. We all play lots of Map Rando. Join these community weekly races as well as pickup races. So lots of content worth following. Yada yada. This has been SpeedGaming 2's evening race of Super Metroid. So I hope you enjoyed it, and good night, y'all. See ya.